TYT Sports, everybody. Happy Friday. Let's do a little, we're going to talk about J.J. Watt for a second. I'm Jason Rubin, by the way, producer here for TYT Sports. I got Dan Keston, our executive producer, over on the side, going to be chipping in just a minute. But the Texans and the Colts faced off on Thursday Night Football. And, you know, there's, moving back for a second, there's Eli Manning face. You can see that here. Then there's Tom Brady face. You can see that here, you know, the high five. And now we have J.J. Watt face. Haha. Welp, I just scored a touchdown. I just scored my third touchdown of the season. The Oakland Raiders have 6 as a team. LeSean McCoy has 1 himself. If I could draft J.J. Watt in fantasy football, I would have. Take the Texans defense, sure, but he deserves to be his own freaking player. Let him be taken. Put him on the waiver wire. We'll pick him up. But let's see the video real quick of J.J. Watt, grabbing the fumble, returning it, and pulling off some epic dance moves. See, J.J. Watt takes it, starts sprinting to the house. Oh, look at him break it down. When you have 3 touchdowns in week 6, it's week 6, correct? Week 6 of the season, as a defensive lineman, you can dance any goddamn way you choose. So people criticizing, oh, look at those terrible dance moves. Do you? Be happy, because you are single-handedly the best defensive player in the league. I hope Richard Sherman hears this, because I'm calling him out too. And USA Today also did an article that's fantastic. J.J. Watt is the best player in the NFL, and it's not particularly close. Well, I don't know if J.J. Watt's the best player in the NFL. I'd still take a few other players on the offensive side over J.J. Watt. But in terms of defense, I don't think there's an argument here. The guy's doing everything right. And with Jadeveon Clowney hopefully becoming his max potential, that's an amazing defensive line for the future, led by a guy who's just got tremendous work ethic. I'm pretty sure when he signed his contract extension, he went to the gym, because that's where he wanted to be. Can we see J.J. Watt face once more? I really like J.J. Watt face. It's the 3rd touchdown. Dan, if I'm correct, they were losing 24-0 at the end of the first quarter? Or first half, or it was a blowout.
24-0. That's correct. Yeah.
24-0, and J.J. Watt single-handedly kind of brought him back into the game.
They did, and then Ryan Fitzpatrick single-handedly took them out of the game.
That's true. There was some great things across Twitter. Ryan Fitzpatrick is clutch, said no one ever. Interesting thing too. Ryan Fitzpatrick out of Harvard. Andrew Luck out of Stanford, a battle of the minds, a battle of the intelligent quarterbacks in the NFL. Not that I'm calling the other quarterbacks unintelligent, but they got the Ivy League schools on their resume. And shifting gears right here, Andrew Luck, on the other hand, I said earlier this season, before the season started, this is going to be the first Andrew Luck season of many where he's going to throw for more than 30 touchdown passes. Well, I take that back, because this is going to be the first of many Andrew Luck seasons where he throws for 40 or more touchdown passes. Dan, what do you think of Andrew Luck so far, and just what he's been doing for that team?
Well, I mean, he's the man. And it's not like he has the greatest offensive line in the world, and he has maybe the worst running back I've ever seen. I mean, really, Trent Richardson, 17 for 41. Like, how many more carries do you expect to get before you're going to get a few yards? Like, you stink. But I think it's time to ask the question, is, you know, Andrew Luck in the conversation for the best quarterback in the NFL? Like, we always talk about the top 3, you know, Breeze, Rodgers, and
Manning.
And Manning, of course, yes. So I think it's time to ask, is there a big 4? And I know some people are going to write in the comments, Matt Stafford, why isn't Matt Stafford being talked about? Because he's not as good as them. That's why. So I don't know. What do you think? I think he's definitely in the top. He might be better than some of those guys at this point.
With his youth and how much, and it's not even potential, because he's reached his potential. He's reached his potential, and now he's just going to become, as we hope, barring any major injuries in his career, the best quarterback in the NFL. It's only a matter of a year or 2 before he is the best quarterback in the NFL. And leading all the stat categories is one thing, but obviously we need to see him in the postseason more and what he does, and hopefully he can lead his team. But I just find it unbelievable that the Colts replaced Peyton Manning with basically Peyton Manning. And it's, Peyton even had more weapons. There was the Marvin Harrisons and a younger Reggie Wayne. I don't think T.Y. Hilton is as good as either of those when they were younger, but T.Y. Hilton is certainly a fantastic wide receiver.
And an offensive, well, maybe not a coach, but a better offensive coordinator for sure. I mean, you can read on pretty much any article about how Pep Hamilton's not necessarily calling the best plays. I think when they lost to Philadelphia maybe like 3 weeks ago, and, it was tied up, and Indianapolis had the ball, and basically instead of giving it to Andrew Luck, they ran the ball to Trent Richardson the first 2 plays, and they lost. So, not having all of these things, the line, necessarily a great running back, although I do love Matt Bradshaw. He does have pretty good wide receivers. He doesn't have a great defense, although their corners are looking pretty good. And he keeps winning games, and that's all he's going to do the rest of the season. He's going to keep winning games. I think Indy's a pretty nice bet to at least make it to the, AFC Championship. Yeah,
I mean, the Colts are, they're in a very, very good position with what will be the best quarterback in the league. The only person I can see, the only other QB I can really see giving him a run, maybe Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson just has so many more weapons, and I love Russell Wilson, but he's not going to be Andrew Luck, and he's not going to have the pocket presence that Andrew Luck has. He's also not going to throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns in a season, which Andrew Luck is very capable of doing.
But their offense isn't structured that way. I mean, they don't really unleash him in the same way, and plus because their defense is so good, they don't really fall down like that. So it's not like Luck is going to be down some games like 21-0, and he's going to have to come back and throw 17 touchdowns.
Right. I would love 17 touchdowns out of Andrew Luck in one game. So that's that. J.J. Watt, the best defensive player in the NFL. You heard me, Richard Sherman. And Andrew Luck, possibly by the end of this season, the best quarterback in the NFL. Bold statements here on TYT Sports. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. That button is, this way, usually right here. Follow us on Twitter at TYT Sports. You can follow myself on Twitter at JasonRubin91. You can check out the Facebook page at facebook.com/TYT Sports. And most importantly, do us a favor and give this video a big old thumbs up.
Oh, and Jason, don't forget about the Jim Caldwell face.
This is my Jim Caldwell face. Jim Caldwell has, he has one. Have you seen the meme? There's an amazing meme of Jim Caldwell. It's all 9 faces of Jim Caldwell, and every single one